Garcia, 3 years older than Robert Easter Jr. The height and the reach advantage squarely in the favor of the Toledo native. Also, let's take a look at the rules for this main event affair. No standing 8 count, no 3 knockdown drill. Only the referee adapted can stop the fight. The fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round, and the fight is official after 4 rounds have been completed. And now, to set the table for our main event, this lightweight unification matchup will send it up to a ring announcer, the Hall of Famer, the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to the Staples Center here in Los Angeles, California, as Premier Boxing Champions presents the featured bout of the evening, brought to you by Ringstar Sports, DGB Promotions, and Showtime. Sponsored by Corona Extra, La Cerveza, Mas Fina, and Casa Noble Tequila, the Noble Pursuit. This bout is sanctioned by the WBC, President Mauricio Sulaiman, Supervisor Peter Abdul, the IBF President Daryl Peoples, Supervisor Lindsey Tucker, along with the California State Athletic Commission, the Chairman John Carvelli, Executive Officer Andy Foster. Introducing our 3 judges scoring from ringside. From Newark, New Jersey, Larry Hazard Jr. From Moreno Valley, California, Edward Hernandez Sr. And from Rivervale, New Jersey, Steve Weisfeld. Introducing our 3rd man to the ring, the referee in charge, giving instructions after the introductions, Jack Reese. All right, fans, here we go with the main event of the evening, a showdown of undefeated world champions. 12 rounds of action for the unified WBC and IBF Lightweight Championship of the World. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance, and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from Staples Center in Los Angeles, it's showtime! Introducing to you first on my right, the IBF champion fighting out of the red corner, wearing blue and white trunks, fighting out of and proudly representing his home of Toledo, Ohio. He weighed in already 134 1/2 pounds. Undefeated in his campaign to the ring, he has a record of 21 wins, no losses, with 14 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight, he is making the 4th defense of his title. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the undefeated and reigning IBF Lightweight Champion of the World, introducing Robert Easter Jr. And his opponent across the ring, the WBC champion fighting out of the blue corner. Wearing white trunks with black and green trim, fighting out of Moreno Valley by way of Oxnard, California. He weighed in right at the lightweight limit of 135 pounds even. With a record of 38 wins and no losses, he has 30 big wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight, in his 7th world title appearance, ladies and gentlemen, here is the sensational 4-division world champion and the current undefeated, defending, and reigning WBC lightweight champion of the world, introducing Mikey Garcia! And once again, our referee in charge, now to give instructions, Jack Reese.
Robert, he's just above the line. I'm going to let him work in here. Same thing right here. I'm going to let him work, okay? I gave both of you guys instructions. I just want to remind you, please listen and follow my directions at all times. More importantly, protect yourself at all times. Fight hard, fight clean. Good luck to both of you.
It is our main event of the evening. The 10th time
sigue entrando y saliendo, bajando y subiendo, moviendo los hombros para que no sepa para qué hora le llegas, ¿ok? Cuando vas midiendo con el jab, no te estires a estirar porque él con un jaloncito te hace fallar y te puede contragolpear. Así que entre, ¿ok? Entrando, saliendo, quebrando cintura, subiendo y bajando para que él no sepa, ¿ok? Que no siempre llegue el mismo target.
You got to mix it up. Jab, hook off it every now and then. Okay. Give him a feint. But when you get your shots off, turn that corner, okay? Just step around it, all right? Yep. Looking good, look good. Mix that jab up, down, feint. Hook off the jab.
Start mixing it up now, all right?
When he comes forward, drop your shot.
Round 2 is scheduled for 12. Mikey Garcia and Robert Easter Jr. Garcia, the WBC lightweight champion. Easter, the IBF lightweight champion. A large partisan Mikey Garcia crowd here at Staples Center. Right hand to the body by Robert Easter Jr. 2 right hands. Easter doing a nice job to set the tone in round 2 with his jab and shots to the body. And entering tonight's fight, Easter gained 13 pounds, Garcia gained 14. So they're pretty much identical inside the ring as they were at the weigh-in yesterday. Just over the midway mark of round 2. Mikey Garcia, the technician. A nice jab that continues to stream and come on from Easter Jr. Jab, solid work by Robert Easter Jr. Is not warning Robert Easter Jr. about holding behind the head. Easter Jr. having a solid second round. Choosing his jab, his distance, and staying on the outside. El famoso terremoto. He defeated Abner Mares in their rematch June 9th. Last month, there's Abner Mares, a fan favorite as well, former 3-division world champion. Both Mares and Santa Cruz waged 2 epic battles here at Staples Center over the course of 3 years.
Pero sí tiene que ir ya arrimando un poquito más, ¿ok? Cada vez que lo tienes en las cuerdas, aprovechelo, ¿ok? Bien vivo,
when you have him in the corners, I want you to go and load on.
Bien cerradito.
More shots to the body.
Respire, profundo.
Please breathe.
Vamos,
Let's go.
Vamos pues.
Robert Easter Jr. on my unofficial scorecard, I gave Easter Jr. that second round, so I have it even as we enter the third. Jab coming out by Easter Jr. Good head movement by Mikey Garcia. And the jab followed by the right hand at distance for Easter Jr. Starting out strong, and that jab connecting on Mikey Garcia. It is evident that Robert Easter Jr. is the more athletic of the two. Easter Jr. fighting well here in the second and the third round. But Mikey's got to be able to cut off the ropes, and he's got to cut off the ring. Mikey's got to jab his way on the inside and start tapping with a big right hand that landed, but Easter Jr. answers back. But Mikey has got to pick up the pace and start throwing more. He is the heavier-handed fighter, is Mikey Garcia. 100 seconds left here in the third. The Chandler Garcia now, it looked like Easter Jr. was doing well here in this round, but Mikey Garcia picked it up and certainly can go ahead and take this round. Hook by Robert Easter Jr. to the body of Garcia. Garcia's got to start. He did well in the first and started doing well in spurts of this third round, but Robert Easter Jr.'s been more effective. He's been more active. He's been throwing and having more of a work rate. Now Robert Easter Jr. trying to stay off the ropes, and now Mikey's got to go to work. Double left hook, and that caught Robert Easter Jr. Now Mikey is going on the offensive. Garcia caught Robert Easter Jr. It all depends on what you score. You score the more effective. Big right hand! Down goes Easter Jr. on a left hook by Mikey Garcia.
7, 8. Are you okay?
Wow! Easter Jr. got lit up, and his legs might be gone. That is a big round for Mikey Garcia. Big right hand by Garcia. Left hook, and Easter Jr. goes backwards. Oh my goodness! That is a big round for Mikey Garcia, as Robert Easter Jr. is in a ton of trouble. Here is a look at the knockdown. It was the jab. Boom! That right hand followed by the left hook by Mikey Garcia. Wow. That is a thunderous right hook hand by Mikey Garcia. The jab, here's the right hand. Boom. And then Robert Easter Jr. coming up, and Mikey saw the left hook. Bang! Right to the canvas. Garcia is the heavier-handed fighter. What electricity inside this building here at Staples Center. Garcia, the heavier-handed fighter, with a knockdown of Robert Easter Jr. in Jr. Another big right hand, followed by a left hook. Easter Jr. is eating some heavy leather tonight. Oh, big shot by Mikey. Another one. Another big right hand by Mikey Garcia. Easter Jr. stepping in with that left hook, but Mikey Garcia has started to take control. Using good movements is the 30-year-old. Overhand right that connected by Robert Easter Jr. Left hook to the body by Mikey Garcia. Now Garcia is unloading on Robert Easter Jr. again. This is not where Easter wants to be. With his back on the ropes. A left hook, but Easter Jr. backs him up with a left hook of his own. And Mikey Garcia cautious. That's the end of the fourth.
All right, listen, when you hit him, you move him back. You got to start touching him now. You got to start touching. Give me a deep breath. All right? You got to start touching him. Jab, 1-2, up top. Shoot them 1-2s up top. Bring the hook down the bottom. 1, 2, 3. Bring them down the bottom. Then touch him back upstairs, okay? Keep moving. Don't sit on the ropes. Back close. Fire the hook.
And let's take a look at some of the body work here by Mikey Garcia. Look at that left hook to the body, right on the right side of the rib cage of Robert Easter Jr. Another one just hammering away on Robert Easter Jr. And boos for Gervonta Davis and Adrian Broner. And Adrian Broner as classy as ever. He could use some lessons from some of the guys that we've seen earlier tonight, Mario Arias and Luis Ortiz. Mikey Garcia, Robert Easter Jr. They gave that fourth round to Mikey Garcia. And I have him comfortably ahead here in this lightweight unification matchup. Robert Easter Jr. needs to use his jab, but he needs to throw something of validity to keep Mikey Garcia off of him. Right hand to the body. Easter Jr. starts well the first minute, but then Mikey starts to take over with bigger shots as we move towards the end of the round.
Stop. You going in the head?
Point and Jack Reese
You okay?
looking to see if there was any
No blood.
headbutts, but
Come on.
using his jab. A left hook that connected by Garcia. And this is where he goes right back to work. Easter Jr. holding. He's coming forward, but again, got clubbed with the left hook, but Easter Jr. is boxing. Has been boxing well for the majority of this round. And an uppercut that almost got through the guard of Easter. moving, using every bit of the ring. He cannot put himself with his back on the ropes. Easter with the right hand to back up Mikey Garcia. That's a shot that connected by Mikey Garcia, and that ends the fifth. And here was the clash of heads between Mikey Garcia and Robert Easter Jr. Boom, right there. Luckily, no laceration.
Soppers así, que los soppers y después te la cambias otra vez por arriba. ¿Ok?
All right.
Voy my nose. Ya. ¿Bien? ¿Sí? Ya. Solo con esa. Solo con la tuya, amigo. ¿Cómo se siente?
How do you feel?
¿De condición bien?
Conditioning's fine?
¿Bien? Ok, presiónalo.
Right, come on. Be sure of
Okay,
yourself.
okay, we're good.
Round 6, this one's scheduled for 12 between Mikey Garcia and Robert Easter Jr. Starting off with that right to the body is Robert Easter Jr. boxing well. I gave that 5th round to Robert Easter Jr. having Mikey Garcia ahead now 48-46 as we enter the 6th. Ray Cordes ringside here at Staples Center here in Los Angeles. Garcia's got to be able to start off stronger in the beginning of a round. Robert Easter Jr. set the tempo in the early part of the 5th, and it was hard for him. It was hard for Mikey Garcia to be able to offset that momentum. I don't know if he's looking for that one big shot, but Mikey's got to be a little more active as we are here into the 6th round. Big right hand that connected by Robert Easter Jr. Dare I say that was probably his best punch of the fight. He's jabbing Mikey Garcia, keeping him at bay. Robert Easter Jr. has been able to recover since that knockdown in the 3rd round and has given a very good account of himself. This is a close fight. 48-46, I have Easter Jr. down just 2 rounds. But Mikey has got to be able to seize control. The range of Robert Easter Jr. is working to his advantage here in the 5th and the 6th. Couple right hands by Mikey Garcia. Mark for Mikey Garcia. Easter Jr. took it well, and Easter has been keeping himself off the ropes, which is very big for him because Mikey, that's where Mikey is most dangerous when it comes to this particular fight. Coming up on 65 seconds to go here in the 6th. Well again, this is another favorable round to Robert Easter Jr. A right hand to the body by Mikey Garcia. But discipline being exhibited by Robert Easter Jr. with the jab, keeping his back off the ropes. Making Mikey Garcia guess, and a big right hand that landed flush. And Easter Jr. tying up and trying to get a hold of Mikey Garcia. And now Mikey Garcia's got 15 seconds to go. Oh, big shot by Mikey! Mikey's gonna unload another one! A big right hand, and Robert Easter Jr. got caught yet again! But it doesn't appear like that was enough for Mikey Garcia to win the round. That big left hook, boom, catching Robert Easter Jr. took it well. Second half of the fight should be very interesting. And fighting out of the clinch is Mikey Garcia, hammered away. And there is, we see a big shot here by Mikey. That big right hand, we're gonna see it momentarily. Boom. raising Robert Easter Jr. A lot of that really didn't land flush. There was that big shot that connected. But I've given the last 2 rounds to Robert Easter Jr. Therefore, I have a 57-56 as we enter the second half of the fight. Round 7 on the way here at Staples Center. Right for us ringside, this lightweight unification matchup between Mikey Garcia and Robert Easter Jr. Starting to see that Robert Easter Jr. is back in the fight. There was a lot of noise for Mikey Garcia in the 3rd and the 4th, but Robert Easter Jr. has taken them out of it, as I have him winning the last 2 rounds. Easter with his jab, but Mikey's got to be more active. That's the thing with Garcia. He isn't active, and the jab's coming out by Robert Easter Jr. and Mikey Garcia. He's trying to figure out Easter, but it's that steady jab and the distance of Easter Jr. which is giving Mikey Garcia fits. And this is another Robert Easter Jr. round. And Mikey's got to unload. He's got to press him against the ropes. Could it be that Mikey Garcia overlooked Robert Easter Jr. was thinking too far ahead to Errol Spence? Jr. Just over the midway mark of the 7th. Mikey's chasing him. And Robert Easter Jr. jabbing well. Big right hand. Mikey's got to go for it. He's got to start to unload and really start to try to buckle Robert Easter Jr. Sharp right hand. Big right hand backing up Robert Easter Jr. He caught it well, but Mikey's got to go back on the attack. And Robert Easter Jr. needs to stay in the center of the ring. Big right hand by Mikey Garcia. Oh my goodness. I'm surprised Robert Easter Jr. didn't go down from that one. But again, Easter boxing in the center of the ring, using his distance and his height advantage. Subdued crowd than usual here. Big right hand by Mikey Garcia. Easter Jr. handled it well. The chin of Robert Easter Jr. has taken quite a bit, but Mikey Garcia's got to start stronger. I gave that 7th round to Robert Easter Jr. and now I have it.
Every time you put something together on him, he don't want to do nothing. You got to start putting work together. Put them shots together. Combinations, hand pumps. You got to let your hands go now. Let them hands go. All right, work them, run them combinations on them. You got to shoot them. And stay tight. Stay tight with it.
And here is some of the work. The jabs for Robert Easter Jr. to the abdomen of Mikey Garcia. There was talk that Mikey had issues making weight. He did make weight, but it was tougher than usual. There's the jab, and look at this big right hand bang right on the chin of Robert Easter Jr. I have this fight dead even as we are entering the 8th round. Mikey Garcia has 5 knockouts past the 7th round, and Easter has none. But Mikey's got to start stronger. More of the jab by Robert Easter Jr. And it is that steady jab to the chest, and Mikey Garcia's got it. He needs to jab his way in. But Easter needs to keep doing this. His distance, that jab, his pinch is so problematic by Mikey, or to Mikey Garcia. is cutting off the ring more diligently. And Mikey's doing it. He's putting Robert Easter Jr. in some bad spots, and Robert Easter Jr. is not wanting to even engage here. Now a little bit of a jab. Mikey, big shot that missed. But the ring is becoming smaller for Robert Easter Jr. as Mikey is cutting off the ring with his ring IQ. This is absolute brilliant stuff. This is high level out of Mikey Garcia. Robert Easter Jr. isn't able to get to the center of the ring because Mikey Garcia has made this pretty much a habit. Ring, big right hand that connected. Mikey looking to throw. Big right hand, now he's got pressed against the ropes. This is a round where Mikey Garcia cutting off the ring, using his ring IQ, throwing the bigger shots, has the advantage. And he needs to follow this mindset moving forward throughout the rest of the fight. Big left hook. Final 10 seconds of the eighth. Big right hand, now connected by Mikey Garcia. I gave that round to Mikey.
Quiero sobrevivir nomás. No te descuides, ¿eh?
Liz, be careful.
I got it.
Yeah, I got it.
No te descuides a cometer errores, ¿eh? Porque un golpe a los pendejos puede... Porque ya anda nomás sobreviviendo.
Don't be careless,
Estamos
man.
mucho este round, quiere decir que ya ni ganas trae. Tú corta la distancia, córtale. Como te digo,
Keep cutting off the
no va a ser
ring.
no va a ser una...
Keep your distance.
No luces, pero hágalo, ¿eh? Y pon castigle al cuerpo,
move-
y lo arriba,
move
con
side
los
to side,
ganchos,
and then
con
go-
upes,
go with the
y
hooks to
muevan
the
la
body.
cintura, québrele mucho al
Hit
cuerpo,
him
¿ok?
to the...
Bien paradito, eso sirve para esto.
the waist.
Move him into the shot, okay? You moved him, but you didn't get nothing off when he got to you. So let your hands go. Run him, baby. You got this one? All right? Let's see what he's about.
Round number 9, this one's scheduled for 12. The WBC and IBF lightweight world championships are on the line. I like what Robert Garcia told his brother Mikey Garcia. Big right hand start for Mikey. He said, I want you to hit him to the hips. I want you to hit him with solar plexus, go to the body. Look at Mikey Garcia. Looked very sharp to start this 9th round. And Robert Easter Jr. holding. Mikey now has been battle tested. He has been at this level for a long time in his career. Will he be able to find a way to solve the puzzle that is Robert Easter Jr.? I have him at 76-75 as we're here in the 9th round. Nice jab by Mikey, big right hand, and Robert Easter Jr. just languishing on the rope, trying to tie up. But Easter Jr. knows he's in there with a pure technician in Mikey Garcia.
Keep going, keep going.
Let him go, Robert. Robert, let him go. Robert, stop. When you come off the ropes and grab him, you gotta let him go. Watch.
And Jack Reese, who's a fantastic referee, said you have to let him go. You can't hold him. Big left hooks. And Mikey Garcia, big right hand. They both exchange. And a heavy straight right hand, a left hook. That missed it out. Chance of Mikey. Another big left hook by Garcia. A shot to the body. Robert Easter Jr. coming forward, though. He's willing to engage. They're both going toe-to-toe here at the Staples Center with Levy unification on the line. Double left hook. Easter Jr. coming forward. It looked like they both had each other hurt. What a 9th round here at Staples. This has been action-packed here tonight. A big right hand by Mikey Garcia. His nose is now bloody. Robert Easter Jr. sitting down on his punches. Probably the most that he has in the fight. A shot to the body by Mikey Garcia. Big straight right hand by Garcia. What a straight left hook to the body. Oh my goodness. Robert Easter Jr. goes backwards. This is a war of wills.
Robert, you gotta let him go.
Here at 135.
Let him go.
Robert Easter Jr. A left hook to the body. That body work of Garcia is doing so much damage to Robert Easter Jr. But Easter realized he had to fight, and he did so some of this back and forth action from the night. A big right hand right on the jaw of Robert Easter Jr. And Easter Jr. stepping up. Here is Easter Jr. on the inside, unloading that big left hook. The left hook to the body. And that right uppercut followed by the left hook. This is a battle here at the Staples Center for lightweight supremacy. And Garcia would answer right back with the big straight right hand driving Robert Easter Jr. against the ropes. We are now entering the championship round, round 10. This one's scheduled for 12. Mikey Garcia and Robert Easter Jr., the WBC and the IBF lightweight champions of the world, are on the line. Looking to close the distance. Robert Easter Jr. needs to continue to move as champ. But I have Garcia had 86 to 84 heading into this 10th round. And Mikey's going to be able to put on the ring once again. And chance of let's go, Mikey. Nice jab by Garcia. As a minute has come off the clock here in the 10th. Garcia with tons of power. He put Robert Easter Jr. on the deck in the 3rd round as we are at the middleweight point of round 10. Took to the body, took upstairs. Right hand by Mikey Garcia. Coming up on 65 seconds left here in the 10th. Mikey Garcia seeming to have control of this 10th round. The jab not coming out as much fluidity for Robert Easter Jr. Big left hook down the body and right hand. Easter Jr. is back on the ropes. That's not where he wants to be whatsoever.
Sit there and wait for him. Don't do that, okay? Start getting them legs up on you. I know this soft ass ring, it's slowing you down, but you got to start moving and letting your hands go on the move. All right?
Mikey Garcia showing his aggressiveness, coming in with that big right hand right on the jaw of Robert Easter Jr. And take a look at it again. More work by Garcia with Easter Jr. against the ropes. And Mikey, big left hook that grazed the chin of Robert Easter Jr. And there's that right hand on the chest. As we go to the 11th round, I have Mikey Garcia had 96-93. We are entrenched into the heart of the championship rounds. The IBF and the WBC Lightweight World Championships are on the line. Garcia, but Garcia has been so smart to be able to cut off the ring, especially as we enter the 8th round. Jab for Mikey Garcia as he continues to seek and try to cut off the ring against Robert Easter Jr. Big right hand that backed up the Toledo native. He isn't throwing anything substantial, so ring aggression and ring IQ have to go to Mikey Garcia. That's one of the judging criteria, at least when it comes to aggressiveness. Garcia stepping to Robert Easter Jr. And momentarily stopped Easter Jr. That's another one by Mikey Garcia. This is where Mikey's going to work. And Easter Jr. electric to the body by Mikey Garcia. Now an eye right hand. Now Mikey looking to pull and apply the pressure on the man known as E-Body. Big right hand upstairs followed by a left hook. And look at Mikey just continue this feverish pace. Under a minute left here in the 11th.
La pelea es toda tuya, mijo.
The fight is totally yours.
No arriesgues, ¿eh? La pelea es toda tuya, no arriesgues.
The fight is totally yours.
La pelea es tuya. Todos, sigue bien, no descuides con un golpe que no. ¿Ok? No te confíes, ¿eh? Ya es toda la pelea tuya. No te confíes. ¿Okay? Sigue igual, inteligente, cortando las salidas.
Last round, but I want you to be smart about it. Keep them hands up. All right, you got to touch that body, then bring it back on top. It's there, it's in there. All right, hey, shoot it. Hey.
It's the 12th and final round here at Staples Center. The 10th time that the lightweight division has been unified. Entering this 11th round, I have Mikey Garcia at 106 to 102. And this crowd is certainly into this fight as they are clearly behind Mikey Garcia. hook followed by a right hand. And look at just Mikey Garcia. Uses ring generalship and his tenacity. And I believe Jimmy Lennon Jr. has the scorecard. And the judges, Steve Weisfeld, Eddie Hernandez, and Larry Hazard Jr. Now we'll send up to ring announcer here is Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action, the judges are in agreement, and we have a unanimous decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Edward Hernandez Sr. scores the bout 116 to 111. Larry Hazard Jr. sees it at 117 to 110. And Steve Weisfeld scores about 118 to 109. All three in favor of the winner by unanimous decision. He is now the undefeated and the unified WBC and IBF lightweight champion of the world, Mikey Garcia.
What an effort. Score totals 118, 109, 116, 111, and 117, 110. And now Mikey Garcia standing by with Jim Gray. Just awaiting Mikey Garcia, getting ready to have a conversation with Jim Gray.
Mauro, thank you very much. Mikey, congratulations.
Thank you.
What does it mean now to be the unified 135-pound lightweight champion?
Well, it's a great accomplishment. I feel great being here in LA. All my fans that came out and support, I want to thank everyone. Thank everybody who always supported me. And now we're back. I told you I was coming for bigger things. Now we're one step closer to achieving that.
You always want to fight the best, and tonight it was Robert Easter. Did you ever feel at any point that you were in peril in this fight?
You know, I knew he was a tough opponent, a tough champion. He's a true warrior. I prepared for the best. Robert Easter, he came in, gave a great fight. I was a better fighter. I was in control most of the night, and I did what I had to do to win.
He came out early and threw a lot more punches. Were you just biding your time, trying to figure out what to do?
Yeah, I like to stay patient early on, figure out my opponent. He had a good game plan to try to keep that distance, keep that reach. It was just a matter of timing and finding that range that suited me best. Once I started getting that rhythm, started getting to work.
And then you found that timing here in the third round as we take a look at it with that big right hand followed by the left.
Yeah, well, we wanted to land that right hand. I landed the right hand, I followed up with the left hook, I kind of ran on the chin as he was backing up, and that's what put him down. It was just a perfect punch right on the chin.
Yet he came back, and he was able to be very game in the following couple of rounds. Was there any concern at that time?
No concern. I just had to wait my time. I knew he wasn't hurt to put him out, so I didn't want to risk either. He has some good hands, good hand speed, so I had to just be patient, be careful.
5-0 since you had the layoff. How different of a fighter are you?
I'm just more experienced. I'm a hungrier fighter. I'm better than ever. I'm in my prime.
All right, so now you're a 4-division champion. You're a unified champion now. What's next? Is Errol Spence, as a lot of people have said, he's here this evening. Is that what you'd like to do? Go up 12 pounds and fight at 147?
I'm here for the biggest challenges. I don't know if there's anybody else with the bigger challenges than Errol Spence. I fight at welterweight. I want to challenge myself to the fullest. I know he's up for any fighter. He's up to fight anybody. So that's what I want.
Do you think that can be made, and do you think that, in fact, that will happen?
I think there's a very high chance that it can be made. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I think that's the next big fight coming up.
Mikey, you go up 12 pounds if you fight Errol Spence, and I know you're just coming off this right now, but do you think you have the power and the ability to face that much of a bigger man?
I feel I have the power and I have the skill set to compete at any division up into welterweight. He's the toughest guy at welterweight, the most feared man. So I want to challenge myself against him.
What does Django think?
Django. Sí que sí. Number 1.
He's on board. All right. Mikey, congratulations.
I want to say thanks to everybody again. Todo mi gente, mi raza Michoacán, todo México. Muchas gracias por el apoyo. Also, big shout out, condolences to a friend. He passed away, Mr. Martin. James Vega, a very close friend of mine. So I want to condolences to the family. Jeff Martin, thank you.
Mikey, thank you. Appreciate it. Great to have you back in Los Angeles. Robert, you've been a terrific champion, and you fought everybody who was in front of you. What was the difference, in your opinion, here tonight?
You know, he was just a better man tonight. You know, I tip my hat off to Mikey. He's a true champion, true warrior. I'd like to thank all my fans that came out from Toledo. You know, all the LA fans. You know, all the LA fans. You know, I appreciate you guys. You know, whenever we step in the ring, you know, we both putting our lives on the line. And tonight, Mikey was the victorious.
Robert, you were throwing a lot more punches in the early going, yet your corner, your father and Kevin, were imploring you to throw the right hand. Was there a problem with your right hand?
No, I just couldn't find the timing. You know, I just couldn't find the timing, and like I said, I couldn't let it go.
What happened in the third round when you went down? He caught you with the good right and then the left, only the second time that you've been down.
Just feet crossing. You know, he caught me with a clean shot, and, you know, I went down. But, you know, I got up like a true champion, a true warrior.
You're only 27 years old. This is your first loss. What would you like to do next?
You know, we go back to the drawing board. Whenever we win, lose, or draw, we go back to the drawing board and we work hard.
Robert, thank you. You're a class act and a great fighter.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yes, he is
All
a
right,
class
Mark,
act.
back to you.
Is Robert Easter Jr. Mikey Garcia unifying the lightweight division. Now says he wants Errol Spence. What a night of action that we've had here at Staples Center in Los Angeles as Mikey Garcia captures the IBF lightweight crown, remaining undefeated as he defeats Robert Easter Jr. by unanimous decision. There you see Mikey Garcia, the champion, with 2 belts now and maybe a matchup with Errol Spence Jr. down the line. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we saw Luis King Kong Ortiz stop Rosman Cajado, Mario Barrios with the victory over Jose Roman in the 8th round. On behalf of our entire staff, I'm Ray Flores saying so long from Staples Center as Mikey Garcia unifies lightweight division by beating Robert Easter Jr. Good night from Los Angeles.